Top 15 songs from 1976 that time forgot. But today we'll rediscover 15 incredible tracks, and one of them was the first platinum-certified single in history. Some dominated charts for weeks, while others pioneered entirely new genres, and a few were composed specifically to silence critics. Each one shaped American music in profound ways that continue to influence how we experience music today. Let's start. Number 15. Get Up and Boogie. That's right. Silver Convention. Would you believe one of Silver Convention's biggest international disco hits contained only 6 different words in its entire lyrics? This German disco group behind Get Up and Boogie turned what could have been a limitation into pure musical gold. The genius behind this minimalist masterpiece came from German producers Michael Kunz and Sylvester Levay, who struggled with a unique challenge. Their studio-created group featured singers with limited English proficiency, a common hurdle for European acts targeting international markets in the mid-70s. The producers had a breakthrough moment when they realized that less could truly be more. They stripped the lyrics to bare essentials and let the infectious rhythm become the star. Number 14. Love Hangover by Diana Ross. While most artists were racing to join the disco revolution, Diana Ross was running in the opposite direction. As Motown royalty, who had built her career on sophisticated ballads, she viewed disco as a threat to her carefully cultivated image. Producer Hal Davis needed something extraordinary to convince Ross. His solution? Transform the recording studio into a nightclub environment with pulsing strobe lights, flowing champagne, and a shirtless male model dancing alongside Ross. The dim lighting and vibrant atmosphere created an authentic club vibe. The song structure brilliantly bridged her comfort zone with disco, beginning as a soulful ballad before evolving into an up-tempo beat. Number 13. If You Leave Me Now by Chicago. Success in music often comes from the most unexpected places. While Chicago was busy perfecting their signature horn-driven rock sound, a unique fusion of rock, jazz, and classical elements, a last-minute ballad recorded as an afterthought was about to change everything. If You Leave Me Now, written by bassist Peter Cetera, barely made it onto the Chicago X album. The band viewed this significant departure from their established sound with minimal enthusiasm, considering it mere album filler. The song's magic emerged from guitarist Terry Kath's distinctive contribution. Despite his preference for harder rock, Kath played a 12-string guitar with a capo, creating a shimmering, ethereal sound that floated beneath Cetera's vocals. This unexpected tactical choice produced the memorable sonic texture that ultimately defined the song's widespread appeal and transformed the band's trajectory. Number 12. Afternoon Delight by the Starland Vocal Band. Sometimes innocence and suggestiveness blend in unexpected ways. When Bill Danoff spotted the Afternoon Delight happy hour menu at Clyde's restaurant in Washington, D.C., inspiration struck in the most ordinary of places. What began as a simple phrase advertising appetizer specials transformed into a musical innuendo hiding in plain sight. The Starland Vocal Band formed specifically to bring this creation to life. Two married couples whose wholesome harmonies served as the perfect disguise. Their clean-cut image masked the song's true nature, allowing it to infiltrate family radio nationwide like a wolf in sheep's clothing. The genius of Afternoon Delight lay in its deceptive simplicity. While children and parents happily sang along, thinking it celebrated midday sunshine, the lyrics about daytime lovemaking flew under the radar of censors and listeners alike.
Do you know where you're
Number 11. Theme from Mahogany, Do You Know Where You're Going To? By Diana Ross. Behind every iconic song question lies a story of creative conflict. When Berry Gordy first heard the original version of Theme from Mahogany, his reaction was swift and severe. The song simply wasn't good enough for his film starring Diana Ross. As the head of Motown Records, the film's director and Ross's former lover, Gordy's rejection created immediate tension. Racing against the premiere deadline, composers Michael Masser and Gerald Coffin faced the daunting challenge of completely rewriting their work. Thelma Houston had recorded an earlier version 2 years prior, though it remained unreleased as a single. Their rushed revisions yielded remarkable results. The contemplative question, "Do you know where you're going to?" captured life's uncertainty in a way that deeply connected with audiences, earning an Oscar nomination and becoming one of Ross's most introspective, philosophical recordings. Number 10. I Write the Songs by Barry Manilow. Sometimes the most powerful songs in an artist's career are the ones they initially reject. When Barry Manilow first heard I Write the Songs, he recoiled instantly. "I'm not singing this. This is ridiculous," he declared, refusing to perform what seemed like an ego-driven anthem he hadn't created. The song came from Bruce Johnston, a Beach Boys member who joined in 1965 as Brian Wilson's touring replacement before becoming integral to the group's recordings and compositions. Johnston's vision transcended surface interpretation. Like a painting that seems to watch its viewers, the lyrics embodied music itself speaking through time. The I representing music's eternal voice, celebrating its power across generations. Despite Manilow's resistance, the recording became his second #1 hit and won a Grammy, becoming the signature anthem for a performer who didn't write it. Number 9. Love to Love You Baby by Donna Summer. Behind every musical revolution is an artist who pushes boundaries, often reluctantly. In a darkened studio in Germany, a shy vocalist was about to change dance music forever, with sounds so provocative that radio stations would ban them, while nightclubs couldn't get enough. Donna Summer, who had developed her voice in German musicals and session work, connected with Giorgio Moroder, whose pioneering synthesizers and electronic drums created revolutionary sounds. While recording Love to Love You Baby, Summer's discomfort with the explicit lyrics led her to clear the studio, dim the lights, and channel Marilyn Monroe for those iconic vocals. Neil Bogart of Casablanca Records demanded a 17-minute version after noticing dancers wouldn't stop moving to it. This extended format established the blueprint that would reshape dance music for generations. I'd like to help you in your struggle to be free. Number 8. 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover by Paul Simon. Sometimes music history's most memorable moments stem from our most vulnerable times. While Donna Summer was revolutionizing disco with those extended dance tracks, Paul Simon was turning personal therapy into musical brilliance across town. Following his split with Carrie Fisher, Simon found himself processing the complex emotions of ending relationships in therapy. His therapist casually remarked, "There must be 50 ways to leave your lover," igniting Simon's creative spark. The track's instantly recognizable military-style drum pattern came from jazz drummer Steve Gadd during Simon's drumming lessons, providing the perfect rhythmic foundation for the song's message. Number 7. Love Machine by The Miracles. When a legendary frontman leaves a successful group, conventional wisdom says your best days are behind you. But The Miracles prove that sometimes a band's defining moment comes after losing their star. In 1972, when Smokey Robinson departed, music critics essentially wrote the group's obituary. Fans expressed doubt, and radio stations questioned their future. The remaining members sought someone who could follow a Motown legend. They chose Billy Griffin, a talented but relatively unknown singer. Like a phoenix rising from industry ashes, the group transformed under immense pressure. They crafted Love Machine with bold innovation, building the track backward, starting with a chorus before layering in the verses. This unconventional approach captured a mechanical nightclub energy, giving the song its distinctive pulse and proving the Miracles' creativity extended beyond their original frontman.
I had to meet you here today.
Number 6. Kiss and Say Goodbye by the Manhattans. Innovation takes many forms in music, but rarely does it involve pajamas and pre-dawn inspiration. While mechanical love machines dominated the charts, the Manhattans were about to create something profoundly more emotional. When Winfred Blue Lovett bolted awake at 3 a.m. with a complete melody in his head, he faced a musician's nightmare, losing the idea before capturing it. Unable to write notation, Lovett rushed to his basement in pajamas and recorded the melody on a vintage cassette recorder. The song's power came from its emotional authenticity. Lovett crafted the heartbreaking lyrics from his own painful experience,
because of my obligations,
ending a relationship with a married woman. The song's spoken introduction, "This has got to be the saddest day of my life," was improvised during recording, a spontaneous expression of genuine heartbreak that became instantly recognizable to millions. Number 5. Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry. Humiliation can sometimes be the unlikely catalyst for musical greatness. While the Manhattans found inspiration in the wee hours of the morning, Wild Cherry discovered their legacy through a heckler's challenge that most performers would have brushed off. It was 1976, and the Mid-Ohio club scene was rapidly surrendering to disco's pulse. Wild Cherry, led by Rob Parisi, found themselves caught in this cultural crossroads, struggling to engage rock audiences while playing to crowds hungry for danceable rhythms. During one tense performance at a predominantly black club, someone shouted, "Play some funky music, white boy!" Like a pressure cooker suddenly releasing steam, Parisi transformed the sting into creative energy. During his drive home, he composed the entire track in just 5 minutes. This cultural collision produced a funk rock anthem that would sell over 2 million copies. Number 4. December 1963. Oh, What a Night by the Four Seasons. Sometimes creative success emerges not from brilliant inspiration, but from knowing when to pivot completely. The Four Seasons' journey to their 1976 smash hit demonstrates this perfectly. Their aging 60s group needed something fresh to reconnect with younger audiences, but their initial approach took a surprising direction. Bob Gaudio wrote December the 5th of 1933, a historically themed song about Prohibition's end. During late-night sessions, the band realized this historical reference wouldn't resonate with their target audience, forcing them to reimagine everything. The transformation came when drummer Gary Polchi unexpectedly became the lead vocalist. During rehearsals, Polchi, not the iconic Frankie Valli, ended up singing the verses. This serendipitous moment created a distinctive vocal texture that transformed a potential misstep into something revolutionary, breathing new life into the song. Number 3. Disco Lady by Johnny Taylor. In music history, the Trailblazers aren't always the names we remember. Long before platinum records became commonplace, one soul singer made RIAA certification history in the most unexpected way. Johnny Taylor evolved from gospel roots to soul and eventually disco, transforming like a caterpillar into a musical butterfly. His spiritual background infused his performances with an emotional authenticity many contemporaries couldn't match. This profound delivery became his signature. The magic happened when Taylor collaborated with 4 uncredited Parliament Funkadelic members on Disco Lady. These funk pioneers brought experimental elements that merged seamlessly with Taylor's soulful vocals, creating a groundbreaking sound. Number 2, Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Elton John and Kiki D. Identity crises aren't uncommon for musicians, but Elton John and Bernie Taupin took theirs to an extreme level. In 1976, they were so determined to break free from their established sound that they created pseudonyms to write what would become one of the decade's most iconic duets. Exhausted from crafting serious emotional ballads, the duo adopted playful aliases, Anne Orson and Car Blanche, a creative disguise that freed them to explore a lighter, carefree musical direction without the burden of expectations. The musical partnership that created this pop phenomenon initially had different plans. Dusty Springfield was originally slated as Elton's duet partner, but when illness sidelined her, Kiki D stepped in at the last moment. This fortuitous substitution resulted in chart-topping magic that conquered both American and British audiences. And at number 1, Silly Love Songs by Paul McCartney and Wings. The most brilliant artistic responses don't always come from changing direction. Sometimes they come from doubling down. While other musicians might have abandoned their style in the face of criticism, Paul McCartney chose a different path when confronted with accusations of writing too many sentimental tunes. The constant barrage of criticism following the Beatles' breakup questioned McCartney's songwriting depth, and instead of pivoting to edgier material, he embraced his signature style. During a piano session at his Scottish farm, McCartney crafted a musical statement that asked, "What's wrong with those silly love songs anyways?" Like an artist refusing to change their brushstroke technique despite critics' demands, McCartney transformed negativity into strength. His defiance through infectious melody and straightforward lyrics paid off spectacularly. The track dominated Billboard charts for 5 weeks, becoming 1976's biggest hit. Almost 50 years later, the sounds of 1976 continue to echo through our culture. Songs like Silly Love Songs and Disco Lady have thrived, appearing in movies, commercials, and remixes that introduce them to entirely new generations. These tracks have transcended their moment to become cultural touchstones. These melodies endure, despite changing taste and technologies. The music of 1976 was built to last, crafted with emotions that still connect with listeners who weren't even born when these songs first topped the charts. What 1976 hit still moves you today? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.